Hello viewers, this is Evelyn of Libabuhay. Today I'm walking in the forest. Actually, it's a nature reserve very near where I live, and I will be showing you another reason if I take a walk in this nature reserve. I usually have with me a paper bag, a small, a big paper bag. Why? It's because of this. Chanterelles. I had a video before where I showed chanterelles that are yellow. These ones are actually called the funnel chanterelles, and they usually grow like from the month of September until even December, as long as there is no snow yet. They are called the funnel chanterelles, and they have this kind of color, and under those leaves or petals there looks like that, as you see. So that is one reason why walking around the forest during this time is very good, because you can really find them. What you do is you have to be careful when you are walking, because they really what I will do now is I just pick them up, and I just pick them up like that. I forgot my mushroom knife, and they actually look like that. So if you see, if you're somebody who never done it yet, they look like that under, because there is another kind of mushroom where they look like funnel chanterelles. The upper part is like that, they're kind of brown, but the under part you should be careful, because most of the mushrooms that are poisonous, they usually are dark or black underneath them. So I just put them immediately in my paper bag, and I usually go on the same place. So when you have a place where you found chanterelles, you go on the same place, check them out on the next season, because one of their characteristics actually is that they grow on the same area, and it's kind of a combination of some moss, some blueberries growing in it. And I will look more forward here. I'm sure we will find more, and yes, there it is. Look at that. That is very plenty. I love eating them. You first cook them, heat a pan, put some how do you say it? Put some butter. These one are really big, you know, like that. So if you look at that, that is really very nice. So I just pull them up and like that, and pull them up, all of it. And this one is really plenty. As you see, they are growing, and it will be growing more. There's a lot of places here, almost all the forest here in Sweden. I live actually very near the capital city of Sweden, which is Stockholm, and even some very small forests in Stockholm, there are mushrooms. So these kind of mushrooms are being sold in stores, grocery stores, for around 275 per kilo Swedish crowns. 275 Swedish crowns is equivalent to around almost 30 US dollar. So they are not actually cheap as mushroom. But me, I always love to go around, to take a walk in the forest. It's just so relaxing. And I will look more here. And this area, same time, same place, these chanterelles just grow here. So as you see that one is a beauty, you know. I'm really sorry that this video kind of be shaking a little bit, and it's because I just have my mobile. I usually have my mobile phone with all my videos because I don't know, I have no time taking my camera and all these things that I have for, you know, YouTube videos. I have them, I never use them, and it's because it's just easier with my phone. Wherever I go, I have it. So there it is. That is, if you wonder how I prepare them, if I got a lot, oh, it's still some here, but you know, like this one, I can let it be there because they can actually grow bigger. And today I will just be taking a short walk because I have an appointment around 2 o'clock, so I cannot be here quite long. I just want to be here for kind of half an hour, and for half an hour I have those mushrooms. I will just clean them later. It takes time to clean them and I don't want to do it now. So I have them. This is kind of, I can make like 4-5 sandwiches, and my kids learn to eat them. Before, I never liked to eat them. I was like, oh, it tastes like, you know, it takes forest. But then later on, I learned how to cook them in a very good way. And it's just heat a pan, especially if you have an iron cast pan. You heat it, put some butter, and then the cleaned mushroom, put it there, and just, you know, fry them for a little bit of kind of a minute or two, and then prepare your sandwiches, put them on the sandwich. Your oven is, you know, heat your oven for like 175 or 200, and then you put your sandwiches with your chanterelles there that are already cooked in the butter, and then with high heat, very important, high heat. And then after that, put some mozzarella cheese or any other kind of cheese you like to have on them, and put them in the oven, heated oven. And when the mozzarella is melting, take it out. It will just like 2-3 minutes. Take it out, and you have your chanterelle sandwiches. So it's really a very good source also of vitamin D. When you live in a country where the sunlight is very limited, because like now, you almost doesn't see the sunlight. Like almost every day it's like that. Today it's raining, and the whole week it will be raining. And it's very important that you get vitamin D in another form. And how do you do it? Yeah, some people can take some vitamins in the form of tablets. I'm not so fun with them. I usually just, you know, I will be talking while I go around and look around. If I find more of these lovely chanterelles, we will see. Yes, back to vitamin D. And I hope while listening to me, you will not be bored, because I will be showing you all this beautiful view here. This is all you see, and you walk on this area. It's soft, it's so nice, it's very calm. And I will tell you, there is no such other place to find a pure calmness and relaxation. It's the nature. And I will really recommend that. Walking here, it's so relaxing. And yeah, back to vitamin D. You get a lot of vitamin D from mushrooms, especially the mushrooms that are not, you know, like being produced and being, you know, planted, but the mushrooms in the wild. Why? Because they get a lot of vitamins from the sun. They are exposed. So when you eat them, you'll get a lot of vitamin D. And that's how I take my source of vitamin D. I try my best as much as I can eat a lot of mushrooms, wild mushrooms. For you to get a lot of vitamin D, another source of vitamin D is to eat a lot of wild mushrooms. Of course, you can buy them in stores, because there are some people who really, they go to the forest, they pick up a lot of mushrooms, and then they sell it to grocery stores. But of course, if you buy them in the grocery stores, they are not cheap. They cost. And why should I buy in grocery stores if me myself can pick them up? And I don't only get like vitamin D for free, but I also enjoy picking them up. So this is the kind of hobby, walking in the forest, which I can actually recommend to all of you. Doesn't have to be like a big forest. You can go to like a park or something where there is greenery. But of course, if you live in a place where it's growing mushrooms, I know it's a lot of European countries where this kind of mushrooms grow. And by the way, while talking and looking around, I found this one. Look at that. Isn't it beautiful? And that one was really growing very beautifully and nicely. So you pick one by one, one by one. Stay with me, and I will just go around, have a little chat, and show you all these mushrooms that I got here. So there is no other place as fresh as the air that you breathe here in the forest. Another tip that I will give to people who are not so good in finding mushrooms: if you find a mushroom very like this area, then have you noticed I am totally just in the same area and I find these mushrooms? It means that by next year and the next year, it is the same place. You'll go back to the same place, and then they are there. They totally grow in the same place. They like to grow kind of somewhere, kind of in a hilly part, and a lot of moss growing. And when you see them and start to pick them, you just feel so relaxed. And it's like kind of relaxation. A relaxation where you get something from it. So I will just continue. I kind of show for like 5 minutes more. So be with me. I hope. Don't go yet, be with me, because Maybe we will find more in here. I just have to be careful because as you look at it, it is very steep there, you know. You have to be very careful. So I'll go here, and this is totally the same place where I was the last year. And sometimes I pick or I go around in another area. And today, as I said, look, for those who stayed with me, there it is. So it's still a lot of them coming out, because I will tell you, they will continue to come up. And you might wonder why they grow on the same like during the fall. It's because it's during the fall where it rains almost every day. It will rain, and when we can have heavy rain, they love it. So chanterelles actually need rain. It should rain. Oh people, those who are with me, look at that. More here. So stay with me because we will find more here. And here's today I think I can make a lot of sandwiches. My 3 sons and my husband, they love this kind of, the last time it was not so plenty, I was able to pick, and I was able only, oh look at that, jewels here. Pick them up. Isn't it nice and beautiful? If you look at that, see? And they're kind of soft. And they are wet because it had been raining now for 2 days, even at night. And here, if I see some of them that are not very big, not fully grown, I usually don't pick them up because, you know, I just pick them up later on. And I will tell you, they give you kind of satisfaction when you start to be picking them up. You just feel a kind of satisfaction and relaxation. So there it is. They love to grow on the steep, so you get an exercise, and at the same time, today I never expect that I will actually find quite a lot, so I didn't bring my basket. So if you're gonna bring your basket, you should always have a paper bag and have a plastic too, because if the paper bag gets wet on the bottom, then you have a plastic to put it under. Mushrooms shouldn't be exposed to plastic bags because they will be destroyed. So you don't do that. Now we go around here. If you are still with me now, I really hope I'm not boring out your time. But I know I have friends here in YouTube who are very kind and considerate to view, and I will tell you I'm the same. I know who they are, who view, who give me a full view on something. And I will tell you, viewing videos full, it's not only that you are, you know, you are giving your friend a chance, but it is kind of, you learn things. It's so sad sometimes that people doesn't view much of a video. You actually learn things because different videos, different contents will give you different lessons, different information. So if you kind of give it a chance and view as much as possible, then that is really good. But you know, I go now for 20 minutes. I know I will find more. So as of now, kind of like 15-20 minutes, and there I got all of it. I will just be cleaning them when I come home. So it's like that. So anyway, I would like to thank you for viewing this video and being with me and following me. I might just tell me, some of you who likes to watch this kind of video where I will be in the forest and picking mushrooms, just make your comment below and I will do it. Anyway, thank you for watching. This is Evelyn of Liva Buhay again. See you next time. Bye bye.